Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Evan and this is Magnolias and Sunlight, the video portion to my blog, magnoliasandsunlight.com. So Valentine's Day is literally right around the corner. It is on Sunday, and that means you might be running out of time to get a gift for someone special. So today I'm going to show you 3 super easy, super quick Valentine's Day DIY gifts that you can make for your significant other, for a best friend, for someone in your family. They're super neutral, so you could give them to really anybody on your list. On top of all of that, everything that I'm using today is something that I picked up for super cheap at the dollar store. So I went to the Dollar Tree because that's the one closest to me, but you guys could go to a Big Lots or a Dollar General or whatever dollar store you have in your area. I like the Dollar Tree because everything is literally $1, and I'm going to do my best to make some of these crafts look like you spent a little more money than you did. So today we're going to make some fancy wine glasses to share. So we're going to make a set of these. And then we're gonna make a coffee mug because everybody loves coffee. Then lastly, I love to bake, so we're going to make some little baking kits. I found these really cute red pot holders that are very Valentine's Day-esque. So we're gonna pair these up and make a cute little baking kit. You could pair your coffee mug up with a Starbucks gift card or your favorite blend of coffee and then tie a really pretty ribbon around it. And then, like I said, we're going to make 2 wine glasses. So pair that up with your favorite bottle of wine, and then you and whoever you're gifting it to can share. So we're going to start out with our oven mitts, oven hot pads, whatever you want to call them. There are 2 to a set, and this one has kind of some extra thread. So clean them up a little bit. For the rest of this project, all you're going to need is some white paint and a paintbrush. I wasn't really sure what size paintbrush I wanted to use, so I brought a couple. Alright guys, so I've switched to the tabletop camera mode so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. I free-handed this little saying earlier, too hot to handle, which is what we are going to paint onto one of these, and on the other one we're going to paint something like you're hot. Something funny and something clever that we can use on the pot holders. So like I said, you're going to need your white paint, shake it up a little bit, and you could totally turn what you want it to say into a stencil and then put it on here, but to save some time, I'm just going to freehand it. So I'm taking a really thin, narrow paintbrush, and I'm going to use the lid of the paint so that I don't get too much paint on it. And then I'm just going to find what I feel is the center and start painting. Okay, so I didn't like that paintbrush, so I'm switching paintbrushes. I think I used that for Mod Podge or something. There's a little glue on it. So, like I said, if you're not super comfortable just freehanding things, then I would definitely stencil so that you don't mess up. You could also do this really easily with a white paint pen. I just didn't have one of those, and the whole point of this was to not spend more money on the craft projects than you would on a regular gift. So make sure that your grammar is correct, because that would be embarrassing if you painted someone a present and your grammar was messed up. You can't blame it on autocorrect this time. So we just finished the pot holders and we went from this to this. So this is what the finished pot holder looks like. Too hot to handle, which I think is a really cute little saying for someone who likes to bake. And then because it came in a set of 2, I did this one as well that just says, you're hot, because everyone needs a little positive affirmation on Valentine's Day. So if you've spent any time on Pinterest, I'm sure that you've seen a white coffee mug and a Sharpie. And yep, that's what we're doing today also. But I came up with a little saying, and this is probably somewhere on the internet. I'm not taking credit for this, but all you need is love and coffee. So you could also do some tea puns if your friend or significant other likes tea. You Are My Hot Tea is one of my favorites, but I want this one for coffee. So the skill of this is to not doubt yourself while you're writing, because then it might look a little sloppy. So just go for it. You could write on this, stencil it out with like a water pencil or something. A real pencil probably won't write on this really well because it's glossy. Another tip that I like is if you do the middle line first and then fill in the top and bottom, things will probably look a little more centered. So I'm just going to start writing. So to set this, once you're done, you're going to want to bake it in the oven for 30 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then you let it cool off in the oven. So once it's done, once the timer goes off, turn the oven off and let everything cool down completely. Everything in there will be really hot. And if you take this out before it cools off gradually in the oven, there's a chance that the marker will crack and it'll kind of crack off, I believe. I've heard multiple places or read more on the internet, on Pinterest, that it's really best if you set it twice. So I plan to bake this one at 350, 30 minutes, let it cool completely, maybe even overnight, and then wake up in the morning and put it back on in the oven for another 30 minutes at 350. After that, it should be dishwasher safe. The mug itself says that it is microwave safe. So those are bonuses because hand washing stuff is a pain. And the wine glasses we're going to make in a minute are going to be hand wash only. If you're really, really interested in keeping everything on the same line, I know that I struggle with that sometimes, especially on a round surface. It's a little more difficult. You could put a piece of painter's tape across the bottom and use it like a guide rule. I didn't do that obviously, and it is a little crooked, but like I said, these are DIY'd, quick and easy gifts, so a little imperfection here and there I think is gonna be totally okay. And there you have it. All you need is love and coffee. This is an awesome mug. I'm so excited. I'm probably going to keep this for myself because I don't have anyone around me that really drinks coffee. If I had done this for a tea drinker, I could probably pawn this off on just about anybody. But I really, really like this. So definitely expect to see this on my Instagram later on because it's going to be a staple of my morning favorites. To finish off this gift, you could plop a little Starbucks gift card in here. This is my gold card, but I don't have a Starbucks gift card right now because I do everything digitally. So you could put that in there with some ribbon or some chocolates, or you could tie it up with some coffee. This is Heart coffee. It is roasted in Portland, Oregon, and obviously it's Heart coffee. So what could be better to give away on Valentine's Day? So I think that is basically a perfect Valentine's Day gift for your coffee drinker. Now that we are done with our coffee cup, we are going to move on to the wine glasses. So these ones you're going to want to turn upside down and then get some tissue paper, newspaper, a plastic bag, and tape it around, basically making a skirt around the base of the glass because we're going to spray paint the stem and the bottom, and you don't want any to get up on the top. So I am using some old tissue paper, and I'm just going to use my painter's tape. No, not that piece. I'm going to take my painter's tape and I'm going to tape it along the edge of the piece of tissue paper. It doesn't have to be perfect because, like I said, you're spray painting this stuff. And then you're just going to try your best to make it all the way around in a circle, which is a little more complicated because you're trying to put a straight edge onto a circle. So now that our wine glasses are wearing little skirts and they're all taped off, the stickers are off the top, we are going to go and spray paint these. Okay guys, and there you have it, 2 spray painted stem glasses. I think that the gold stem on these glasses is really, really cool, and all it takes is a little gold spray paint. You could also cover the base of the glass in glitter. I've seen a lot of people do that, so I have some gold glitter. However, I want to be able to wash these, so I just stuck with the spray paint, but like I said, if you want, you could totally decoupage some glitter onto them and make them a little more fun. So I hope you enjoyed those 3 really easy, really affordable craft projects, DIY Valentine's Day projects. So another awesome thing about these that I didn't mention, you could do them last minute. I made all 3 of these in about an hour. So if you don't have a Valentine yet, don't worry. You could still get a Valentine and have time to make them a gift, because if they take you out to dinner or even brunch, you could wake up and do these on Valentine's Day morning. They're that quick, they're that simple. They only require a little bit of drying time, and for the mug, some cooking time. But like I said, really easy, and everything that you saw, all of the main things other than the craft stuff that I already had on hand, was from the dollar store. But I know that you guys could get a lot of that craft stuff at the dollar store too, because I saw it there. So if you plan to make one of these 3 Valentine's Day gifts, please tag me on Instagram or on my Facebook page or somewhere so that I can see what you guys made. Send it to me on Twitter. I would love to see your creations. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I hope to have another video up on Sunday, and then Monday with Matt on Monday as always. So I will see you guys then. Love you lots. Bye.